What if the very first thing you eat each morning, the meal you were told your whole life is the most important of the day, is quietly draining your energy, weakening your body, and accelerating decline after 65? Most people over 65 believe breakfast is automatically healthy as long as they eat something. Toast is fine, cereal is safe, juice is natural, but doctors and aging researchers are seeing a disturbing pattern. Millions of seniors start every day with foods that sabotage their metabolism before noon. And the worst part, the damage doesn't show up right away. Something critical is missing from the breakfast conversation, and until you see it, the risk stays hidden. Here's the first clue. The problem doesn't begin at 70 or 80. It begins decades earlier, with habits that felt harmless at the time. The origins of this issue start in early adulthood. In your 20s and 30s, the body handles sugar spikes and refined carbohydrates with ease. Insulin sensitivity is high. Muscles absorb glucose quickly. Energy rebounds fast. The cause is a resilient metabolic system. The effect is a belief that breakfast foods are universally safe, no matter your age. Then come the changes that start quietly in the 40s. Muscle mass begins to decline, a process known as sarcopenia. Research published by the National Institutes of Health shows that insulin sensitivity drops steadily after midlife. Blood sugar stays elevated longer. Inflammation increases. But because symptoms are subtle, most people change nothing about what they eat in the morning. Now comes the shift after 70 that most people ignore. The aging liver processes sugar more slowly. The pancreas produces insulin less efficiently. According to data from the CDC, more than 60% of Americans over 65 have prediabetes or diabetes, many without knowing it. This is where breakfast becomes a breaking point. The first food seniors should never eat for breakfast if they want energy is sugary breakfast cereal. It's marketed as heart-healthy, fiber-rich, and convenient, but large American health surveys show that many cereals spike blood sugar higher than dessert. The cause is refined grains and added sugar. The effect is a rapid energy crash, brain fog, and increased hunger by mid-morning. Over time, this pattern contributes to fatigue, weight gain, and insulin resistance across millions of seniors. The second food is white toast, pastries, and baked goods made from refined flour. These foods digest quickly and convert almost immediately into glucose. Studies from Harvard School of Public Health show that refined carbohydrates increase inflammation markers in older adults. The short-term effect feels like comfort. The long-term fallout is reduced energy, worsening joint pain, and higher cardiovascular risk. The third is fruit juice, even 100% juice. This surprises many seniors. Juice feels natural. But when fiber is removed, sugar hits the bloodstream fast. One glass of orange juice can contain as much sugar as a soda. For older adults, this causes blood sugar swings that lead to shakiness, fatigue, and increased fall risk. Medicare-linked studies have found that unstable blood sugar is associated with higher rates of hospitalization in seniors living independently. The fourth is processed breakfast meats like bacon, sausage, and deli meats. These foods are high in sodium, preservatives, and compounds linked to inflammation. Research following millions of Americans over decades shows a clear pattern. Regular consumption of processed meats increases the risk of heart disease and cognitive decline, especially after 70. The cause is chronic vascular inflammation. The effect is reduced circulation to the brain and muscles. Now we reach the breaking point where the problem becomes visible. Seniors begin saying, "I'm tired all the time, I need a nap by noon, my mornings feel heavy." Doctors see rising A1C levels, worsening cholesterol, and unexplained fatigue. But breakfast is rarely questioned because it feels too basic to be the problem. Then comes the fallout. Energy crashes lead to less movement. Less movement leads to muscle loss. Muscle loss worsens blood sugar control. Health care costs rise. Medications increase. Lifestyle shrinks. This chain reaction starts before lunch every single day. And then there are the failed fixes based on old advice. Eat smaller portions. Just switch to low-fat. Have juice instead of soda. These suggestions made sense decades ago. But aging bodies respond differently now. What once fueled you now drains you. Here's the twist most seniors never hear. Breakfast after 65 should stabilize blood sugar, not spike it. It should protect muscle, not erode it. And it should deliver steady energy, not a quick hit followed by a crash. This connects directly to today. According to American health surveys, seniors who eat protein-rich, low-sugar breakfasts report better energy, fewer falls, and improved metabolic markers. The pattern repeats across millions of older adults who make this shift even without changing anything else. So, what can you do starting tomorrow morning? 3 direct actions people over 60 can apply today. First, prioritize protein at breakfast. Eggs, yogurt, cottage cheese, or legumes help stabilize blood sugar. Second, replace refined carbs with whole foods that digest slowly. Third, pay attention to how you feel 2 hours after eating. Energy is feedback, not coincidence. Here's the clear warning based on evidence. Continuing high sugar, refined breakfasts after 65 significantly increases the risk of diabetes, heart disease, and cognitive decline even if the rest of your diet seems fine. And here's the open thought to leave you with. If breakfast quietly shapes how you feel all day, what other daily habits are aging you faster without you realizing it? If this helps you rethink your morning, do like this video and share it with someone who starts their day feeling exhausted. And subscribe for the next chapter, where we'll uncover the surprising foods doctors over 70 rely on to protect their energy, brain, and independence.